Hello, helldivers! This is Badger Wild Space Chief and Prime. That is the current level I'm at level 26. And today, on this wonderful Friday, I have been playing the crap out of Helldivers 2. And I have learned some things I wish I had done early game. I'm going to share with y'all 3 tips that will help you guys out tremendously, especially two of them will actually help you later game and actually give you a much better leg up in the later missions of the game, in the later levels where you really want to get some good stuff. So without further ado, let's get started. So when you get ready to jump into a mission area, you are going to have the opportunity to go into an extraction zone or going anywhere else in the mission area. If you want to start at the extraction zone, one of the things I would do is I would go to extraction zone first. That's where I would drop, because you have plenty of time to get the missions done, regardless of what people want to say. Earlier missions you'll have plenty of time, later missions not so much. But in earlier missions you're going to have the time to drop in, do some exploration and everything else. You want to drop on the extraction zone first, and I'll show you. Okay, so you'll notice right now on the map I am at the landing zone. You'll also notice that I have this bad boy already out. I've already got a resupply set up. And you'll also notice I've got landmines already set up. These two particular stratagems will stay here for the entire duration of the session. So you don't have to worry about it. This is why dropping at the startup zone is so really cool, because you can then deploy extra defensive implements. Now, I am not going to be able to deploy Gatling Sentry, because the Gatling Sentry is not going to stay here but for a few minutes, and then it's going to bugger out. So that's tip number 1. Drop on the landing zone. Drop on your extraction zone, because you can drop extra equipment before you can leave. Also, if you don't have the stratagem, if you don't have the equipment stratagem to resupply your equipment, usually the drop zone will have supplies here. So you can drop down some supplies, have those ready, and when you come back to extract, drop another supply while you're at it. You've got double the supplies up. But as you explore, you're going to find stuff like this. You're going to find resupplies. You're going to find common samples. If you look at the top right hand of the screen, you'll see that there is a counter. I've got 2 of 13 samples in the game right now. That means there are 13 possible samples I can get, and you really want these samples. Now you can see here we've got ammunition galore. There's also the possibility of finding a new weapon. Here, I got an extra medal, which means I now have the ability to get another opportunity. I have no idea what that was, but we're going to be leaving here really quickly anyway. So yeah, be sure to check your area out and just do some exploration, because it can really help you out in the long run. Now, as you're exploring, you're going to run into these areas. And this here is just a big vault. If you can get in, I don't have a second player with me, but 2 players can pretty much run up and interact with this. Another guy can hit the other key, and that will open it up. And you'll have access to some really cool stuff. Usually you'll get weapons, you'll get equipment, all that good stuff. There's also another way you can get stuff, which is just for single players, honestly. We'll check that out in just a moment. And now here we are at another thing that y'all probably need to know about in an early game. You're going to run into these red containers or blue containers that are under the ground. What I would do is I'd walk up to one of them and just throw a grenade on it. Because like I said, if you're early game, you don't have a whole lot of equipment, this is a great way you guys will get some extra equipment. You can get some, just about every type of currency can be available in these, just like the super vaults. And you can get your hands on some really cool stuff in the process. So as you guys can see here, we've got 2 extra resupplies, tons of landmines everywhere, and we're pretty well secure right up in this particular position. So I hope these tips help you guys out and help y'all with the bugs and the automations. And I am Badger Wild, saying stay safe, stay frosty, and keep first into the fire, boys. See y'all next time.